I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village.
Thanks for joining us in a low college. Basketball fans, we've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now we'll look at UCLA's starting lineup. Looney out there with Campbell. Then there's Free. Then it's Fresh. And it's Robertson at the 5.
Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Freak. Can't hit. The Bruins go the other way with it.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
Shoots. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Kansas on D. 4-point game. They double him with Freak. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Free, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Dishes it to Oubre. Feeds to Freak. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes it.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Looney. Campbell comes in for Morris. Martin's checked in for Fresh. And Free subbed in for Starks. Freak, he's in at point guard. Frazier is out there with Oubre. And it's Jenkins in at the 2. And for the Bruins, we've got Free. Campbell is out there with Johnson. And it's Barton in at the 2 guard. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
1:56 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Free. 5 to shoot. Johnson the screen. Passes it to Campbell for the 3, and he gets it to go.
And, guys, thinking again about the Bruins being so dominant during those decades, they set so many records in that time frame, won 88 games in a row, which is still a record for men's basketball.
And he misses the fast break layup. Jayhawks leading by 9. And that'll be Kansas's ball as it goes out of bounds. The Jayhawks able to keep the ball here. Some changes for Kansas. Boss comes in for Frazier. And it's Duncan in for Jenkins. Irving's checked in for UCLA. Porter comes in for Barton. A minute 20 left here in the first half. From the stripe. And he drops that one in. 14 points for Freak.
And you think about the impact those years of dominance have had on UCLA. I mean, still one of the most honored and storied and decorated programs in the United States. I mean, they are the program on the West Coast, although the Wildcats might argue, at least recently.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Jayhawks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's the three. They get the rebound. Boss misses the baby hook. UCLA trails by 14. Great D that time from Duncan.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Freak. And he can't jam it through.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Bruins shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And that one misses. 2 shots. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Freak, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there, and it's Terry in at the 4 slot.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
So on the floor for UCLA, they've got Campbell. Free out there with Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jayhawks leading by 13. Here's Freak. Right through the D for the layup. Freak's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Jayhawks. The legendary John Wooden was the coach at UCLA from 1948 until 1975, and Greg, he built his program from obscurity into one of the most storied programs in the country.
Yeah, I mean, he was a fantastic coach, arguably the best of all time, and even a better person by all accounts. I mean, there's a reason why such great awards carry his namesake. He coached a lot of the greats in terms of our game.
The shot by Roberts, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
No good with the triple attempt from Freak. UCLA trails by 15 and stolen by Freak. And it's Free with the rebound.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
And that one's good. Fresh.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Free passes to Campbell. Here's Free. Can't hit. Great D that time from Duncan. Now here's Freak. D right on him. Good on the three-point shot. Freak's got 24.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oubre with the steal. Now here's Freak. He's got 24. Three-pointer. And again, Kansas with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Irving's checked in for Thomas. Looney comes in for Johnson. Fresh is checked in for Barton. And Porter subbed in for Starks. Freak in at point guard. Also Duncan out there. And it's Gaines in at the center position.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Just 5 to shoot. Morris passes to Looney. Over Freak. Looney with the bucket. Here's Freak and the Jayhawks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Freak's got 14 points now in the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Jayhawks.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with us.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Great D that time from Irving.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
There's a good screen. Porter, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Good. And that's now 33 points for Freak.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
To the middle. Here's Looney. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. 32 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Fresh. Kicks it to Porter. From 17 feet out. Cannot hit. And here's Freak. From downtown. Good.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And so the Jayhawks take the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that's certainly...
Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, Mesquita, PP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
Os manos no posto. Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward position.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Hawkins kicks to Kaminsky. They double him with Freak. Kaminsky, the pass to Evans. The baseline J. No luck. Good work defensively by Terry. And the Jayhawks with possession. There's Freak. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble. You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. Usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thoughts to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the stay.
And here's Hawkins and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the force line.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
They set the pick. Hill has the open look. Off target from three-point range. And the Jayhawks with possession. Trailing by 2. That puts them in the lead. And it's 7 points for Freak.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
The Badgers pull it in.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Hill with it. Out defended by Freak. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. Freak with the ball. Here's Oubre. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up a...
And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there, and it's Gaines in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Badgers, they've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the power forward.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Decker. No luck. And Kansas the other way now.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak.
And what a jump. Oh! And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
No one covering. Decker's got 5.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still...
There's Freak, and the dunk.
Very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lets the 3 fly. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Guys, this doesn't look like the same team defensively we saw in the first half. I mean, they're flat as day-old pop.
They grabbed their own miss. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw. So both teams making some changes here. Wisconsin trails by 12. Freak in at point guard. Also Duncan out there. And it's Oubre in at the 3.
And with this lead, it looks like they'll hold on to the title. A special moment for everyone on the team. And really, what a year it's been for their star, Freak.
Yeah, very impressive considering everybody pinned their hopes on him to lead the team at the start of the season. And he hasn't disappointed. For all the hype that surrounded him, he lived up to all of it.
They get it again. There's the dish to Terry. And a wide open look for Freak. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Freak's got 24. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Jayhawks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnovers.
And, guys, one thing to force turnovers, but also important that you make the teams pay when you're able to create those.
And turnovers always a factor. They've become a big factor in this game.
And they're starting to reap the benefits here, guys. Points off those turnovers, they hold a huge advantage. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Jayhawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Conley kicks to Payton. And the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Fisher. Down low, looking for Gibbs, and he recovers it. Again, Conley missed. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Freak missing.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but... just couldn't convert.
Walker is screen on Williams. Feeds it to Payton. Takes the 13-footer, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left here in the second half. Hawkins shot good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Launches a three, and he nails the three. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Freak.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And so the Jayhawks take the win. And
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select the 19-year-old point guard from the University of Kansas.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that it was true.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out they know, you know.